Hello everyone, this is XanderTuron and I am back with the Nerfed DLC Tournament Losers Round 2. This is my second game against BaoFei. Obviously post-commentary, so yeah, we're here on, whatchamacall this map? Punching Valley, jeez. And, what is it? I just derped out. We're both using Dutch-German General, so that should be interesting. And yeah, actually can't remember at all how this battle went. So yeah. Should be an interesting experience for both of us. Apparently I decided to use a tiger. Should be interesting. Probably going to do my standard thing on this map where I basically I just don't send enough to any one spot to actually be able to do a competent push. Usually happens. Wait and see. Sending a few guys over to Foxtrot by the looks of it. Probably just, you know, doing a standard, sending a holding force over there. Some recon, AT-gem, some infantry, pretty standard. Probably gonna be doing a Bravo push, I want to say is what I did. Yep, 2A5 and a, whatchamacallit, Leopard for Kenning. There you go, gotta zoom right in to get that super precise positioning of infantry. Have the wheeled rolling 3 because, yeah, it's basically the only wheeled AA option has Dutch-German. This is an awful support or AA selection. Anyway, it looks like what I got, this guy's called Cormeria 95. Looks like I'm sending, was that Stuart Trooper or just Grenadier that I'm sending into Alpha? I think it's just Grenadier, maybe. Or was it Stuart Trooper? Anyway, I am ready and waiting. But yeah, this... I don't know. I'm really not overly fond of this map. I'm just... I don't know, I always just find it very awkward no matter what side. I just need to get good. Get good. Also, I do have the FOB. Don't really think I use the FOB very much in this deck. Or in this battle. Also, I think my idea is I'm sending the 2A5 into that forest in the corner of Bravo there. But I don't think I have a lot of guys to support it with. Which is usually pretty typical for me. Alright, and I'm away. Pretty sure I derp out with my, my PH2 and just fly right into some AA. I'm pretty sure that's what I do. Oh boy. I don't know why I'm using the cheetah in this deck. I'm pretty sure it's like, it's literally just a base Gepard, but with, I think it has worse availability. Might be mistaken though, but I'm pretty sure it's something stupid like that. So, 2 command start from BaoFei. And yep, Tiger is spotting things. Pretty sure there's some AA in there. Yep, that looks like AA. Getting ready to shoot me. I prefer not to be shot. I think it's also a mortar. I was aiming. He's definitely doing a Bravo push. And I'm like, okay, I'll get command infantry out. You know, don't want to be taking down. It's not good, I hear. You know, your opponent having a +2. My opponent does smoke off the building in the one corner there, but I'm not putting anything in there, so it's not a huge problem off the bat. And then yeah, I see the 2 stack of rolling 3s. River Canning moving up. Some YP48s. I think that's Stuart Trooping in there. I also completely forgot about my mortar to move that up. Whoops. So So yeah, I'm pretty overmatched over here. I think is that a 2A5? As I said before, in the screen I'm looking at for the Sin Power Director is very low resolution. So it's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, like I said, I'm just overmatched. That's all you need to know. I'm overmatched, so I'm like, you know, should probably maybe reposition some guys, be a bit more aggressive. If I recall correctly, this battle turns into an absolute shit show, if I recall correctly. Like an absolute shit show from my part. Only way to describe it. A lot of stupid things I did in this battle, if I recall correctly. Or just a lot of oversight on my part. Yeah, opponent sent the Leopard 2A5 right up into the buildings. I'm trying to get it with the Tiger, but a lot of smoke. BaoFei's using a lot of smoke. And there's also, you know, the 2 stack of rolling 3s. You know, so I kind of have to be careful with that. So I'm like, okay, I see the enemy Tiger, I'm like, oh, shit. Rip Tiger. Or Tiger, however it's pronounced. That's a bit of a loss. Anyway, so I'm sending my YP48 right in because, yeah. So my opponent invested very heavily in Bravo. So, like, what I need to do is I need to be moving all my guys up, but I'm not doing that. I need to be more aggressive here at this point. Also, I'm sitting on, what, 120, 130 points right there? Just trying to bracket the KCT with mortar so they don't survive. I'm also trying to find the CV. I can't remember if it was a vehicle or if it was infantry CV. Gets an A in the middle. I had to figure, you know, that's probably what's going to be coming my way is, you know, helicopters. Like that escort or whatever that just popped my, whatchamacallit thingy? YP408 CV or whatever. Yeah, Forgetting's just having a field day against those Grenadier. Cheetah, of course, can't draw line of sight because, or either just can't draw line of sight or just barely out of range, something like that, along those lines. Also, I completely forgot to unload my command infantry. Good job, Xander. Classic move right there. And I'm also just getting more infantry. And also have all these guys here. I'm not really confident in my ability to hold on to the bottom part of Foxtrot, so I'm mostly just going to be, you know, trying to just... words has failed me. Just hold on to the area immediately outside of it so I can at least have that as a springboard. Because yeah, getting back into Foxtrot can be annoying. And then I realized, oh shit, CV. And yeah, Stu Troopin are getting MG'd to death. Because I didn't micro their AT weapon. That lovely, lovely AT4. And then yeah, escort. Dutch German has the perfect unit to counter Dutch German. The AH-64 escort. Okay, not the perfect unit to counter, but you get my drift. And also getting a cheetah. Because I'm pretty lazy with my radar micro in this battle because the only seed plane in Dutch German is the Tornado ECR, which is what, 150 points. So you tend not to see it brought out all that often. So yeah, I'm just trying to press that, but trying to press Echo or whatever, but that escort or Delta, that's what it is. I just don't have the guys in the Stoop Troop when I put in there. They're just getting chewed apart by that Verkenning in the 50s. And then they get blapped out in the open like that because they didn't hop buildings. Because of course they don't. I'm like saying, oh, maybe I can try and get these guys close, but I didn't do it properly, so they're just walking across the open. Got some smoke going to try and block some of the line of sight, because I'm pretty sure he has some stuff kind of in the forest there in Delta. I'm also like, okay, let's get some flank security in Bravo in case anything sneaks around. And then yeah, my AMX-13 VTT goes down. I think it's Astute Trooper whenever got it. And I got my Corps Marinier there. If I recall correctly, the CV is like in the very corner of Delta. And of course my Corps Marinier miss. And then they decide they just don't want to aim. Because, you know, that's AI. So I'm just taking apart some Grenadiers in close quarters. Always a hoot. Cheetahs. Yeah, engaging. Always a good time when your AA is engaging enemy vehicles. Especially when it's not an automatic. And it's out of ammo. Let's hope that my opponent doesn't want to use any helicopters over there. But I've just so many MGs that, yeah, and all the infantry moving up there is just getting taken apart. Man, I finally get some Martyr 2s and a Cheetah in the middle. A little bit late, but hey, every bit helps, I suppose. And then, yeah, I managed to accidentally select the Moncati instead of the CV. Classic. And yeah, Astute Troopin versus Astute Troopin. Classic matchup. And then my Library for Kenny gets on the scene and misses. Because, you know, 70% accuracy, why should I hit? Or I think he's on the move, so it's like 60 something. And then of course there's a Leopard 2A5, so I'm like, panic, buy a peace run. Not always the smartest thing, but it's out in the open. He's not smoking yet at the moment. I do have a CV there, or a recon there, so if I can keep my recon alive, and I'm hoping I can angle in with my peace run and get a side shot. That's the idea. Meanwhile, I'm just letting my Corps Marinier sit there and get shot at. Also being a bit reckless with my 2A5 there. So I'm just moving my Corps Marinier back so they're stuck getting shot at. And I peace try and lost line of sight. It's just getting shot at now. And dies. That's what happens if you don't pay attention to the ATGM plane that you send out. It dies. So I really should have been paying more attention to that. And of course, like I said, my Cheetah is now out of ammo because I've just let it sit there shooting at the vehicle. So now I'm getting wrecked by some helicopters. It's going to be a running theme in this battle if I recall correctly. And then yeah, just left my 2A5 sitting there next to a smoke cloud. Genius level move. That's the new meta. Don't actually smoke your super heavy, just make your opponent think that you're smoking it. And then yeah, Corps Marinier just going out of some KCT. And then this is a stupid move right here for call, just tack moving across the open while there's, you know, a helicopter with rockets. That's the MXPRI, not the VTT. VTT is the French one. I can't remember my units. And yeah. And more rockets. Rockets are fun. Also autocannons. Autocannons are also fun. And there's also a TD. Not quite sure why you'd want to use one of those, but hey, 16 Hellfires. That's your thing, especially when my Roland fucking misses. I fucking hate Rolands. Well, let me rephrase that. I hate Rolands against helicopters because, yeah. God forbid Eugen give him a decent reload time. You know, give him at least some strength. And hey, my Cheetah got respied, but I'm in an area where the line of sight is absolutely fucky. So it's just, yeah, I'm just like, what's the line of sight even looking at right now? Because it's just the depression. So PH2 is just below the line of sight, or below the horizon. AKA the trees. That's probably the better way to put it. It's below treetop level. And of course, Corps Marinier just gunning, just shooting up a helicopter. But then I leave them there in the line of sight of, I think it's the TD. And I also have a bunch of points I need to spend. Because I do believe there's still some KCT in the forest that are spotting my Corps Marinier. So yeah, that's not good. And then, of course, Leopard Verkenning moving up on my flank. Not good. Also trying to get a CV so I can counter cap the 2-pointer there. One Panzergrenadier squad got off, but shot up. I think it might have been in the open a little bit, or just it was slightly forward, so it was getting most of the fire. And I see the supply trucks. I'm like, okay, I'll mortar that. Discourage resupply there. And then, yeah, there's a KCT shooting the shit out of my 2A5. I'm trying to shoot up the TD so it loses accuracy. Of course, all it does is really put my Cormier Air there in just the line of sight of everything. But hey, I get the TD. Go me. I leave the 2A5 right next to some KCT, and then tell it to attack forward without any proper optics or infantry support. Great move, Xander. And yeah, Cheetah's still there shooting up vehicles. Anyway, yep, side shot on my 2A5. So I'm trying to get it the hell out of there, but I reverse it, or I tell it to reverse in a bad direction. Yeah, it gets shot in the side. Whoops. So I do believe at this point, my opponent still has a Leopard 2A5. I don't think it actually ever died. So I'm down to super heavy. My opponent still has one. Yeah, not looking great. A lot of missed micro. Like I should have dropped that 2A5 back as soon as it lost its infantry support, instead of leaving it there. Okay, so my opponent captures Foxtrot, so scores are, or the acquisition's even now. I was sitting at +1 for a little bit because I captured Bravo. So now I'm just moving up infantry, trying to get a wide capture. That's one of my big mistakes, is that little triangle of doom between Alpha, Foxtrot, and Delta. I just didn't have enough stuff in there. I didn't have enough recon and eyes. And then, yeah, M110 time. Oh, Panzergrenadiers and Marder 2, it's a fun combination. Cheetah is there for moral support or something. And I'm like, I don't like where I have that CV. I want to hook it around so it's somewhat in cover. But yeah, I just need more stuff here. And AA. Not enough AA. Yeah. So I'm just trying to just see if I can get back into those buildings there. Because at close range, the Marder 2s will be able to chew up a Leopard Verkenning. Problem is, my Marder 2s need to be in a position where they can provide that fire support to my Panzergrenadiers, so I'm not just getting shot up in the open without any support. And then, oh hey, Leopard 2. But I think my Marder 2's got, I think, side shots or whatever on the Leopard 2, so they did a little bit of damage. But no, it's facing towards them, so yeah. Those Panzergrenadiers are a bit screwed. One of them's down. The other one's just kind of standing around in the open, as infantry likes to do in this game. And I am going to countercap Delta, but I'm using a squishy Jeep CV, so... And I mean, it's a very obvious spot where it is, so yeah. And hey, Leopard 2A1. That's a great tank. More dudes. I'm also like, oh, that's a lot of stuff. I need to get my Panzergrenadiers back. I do have the Moncati brought up, though, so that's going to help a bit. Yeah, Grenadiers are attack moving, so they're just stopping out in the open. I really should have gotten an ATGM team into that town. In Bravo. Also, I have a KCT team that's just sitting in the middle of the forest not doing anything, but they are moving up now. I'm just focusing on the infantry because that's the biggest threat in a forest fight. And yeah, Panzer Grenadiers went down. I'm just really spreading myself too thin in this battle. Yeah. And like, do I get a plane? Because there's a Leopard 2A5 right there. And I'd rather it wasn't right there. And I see all those AMX PRIs moving up. It's like, oh hey, Marder 2s. And then, oh look, it's my good friend the PH2 Tiger. So yeah, Leopard Verkenning went down. Unsurprisingly, he's just kind of sitting there shooting while there's a 2A5 in the vicinity. So I'm like, oh, and there's a Verkenning over there. So yeah, OCU. And my Marder 2s aren't being helpful right now. And then, oh shit, there's the other 2A5, and it's popping my mortars. Oh dear. So I'm like, oh shit, oh shit. Swing around, swing around. So you know, see your own, you know, fly it over the enemy air defense. Oh shit, lost line of sight. Oh god, F-104G. Fortunately, I'm faster than the F-104G with a tighter turn radius, so I can maneuver more. And then there's that Leopard 2 from earlier shooting at my guys in Foxtrot over there. So yeah, F-104G evacuates, but my F-16 is still up. So I'm just flying it in to get the Verkenning down, but oh look, I lost line of sight. And there's an escort. And my A is too far back to do anything, and it's just a single roll in 3. And hey, roll in 3 will try and help. And then, oh hey, the 2A5 has exposed itself, but there's KCT right there spotting all my guys, and that Leopard 2A5 is just deep enough in the forest that I'm not really spotting anything, so I'm like, oh god, evac. Not the greatest evac, but it's almost out of fuel regardless, and Roland 3 has my back. But I do believe but I did take a single hit. And I'm also moving my Moncadia on the open, which is A+ move right there. I'm like, oh god, I need more guys here. Why can't I get there fast? And like, oh, no, that's too expensive. Cormier now, too expensive. Or not really what I need, so I'm getting, the Marder 2s with the Panzergren 90, just so I have a little bit of oomph. Because that's what you need, is some oomph. And then, just don't have the range on my rolling 3s. But my Marder 2 has my back, because the Marder 2 is really good at... That's not really good. It's... If a helicopter gets within range, it can do a fair bit of work, but as you saw there, the H-64 is pointing in the right direction, so just rocketed and stunned it. And then Leopard Verkenning. And then the KCT are still there, spawning my stuff. Causing me some concern. And another pile of Grenadiers coming away, so I'm like, alright, fuck it. Time to... It's one of those games, panic buying planes and bombers. And I'm not even attack positioning, I'm just targeting it to target them directly so that I get the tracking on them. At least that's the idea. And then I have that artillery piece I completely forgot about. So I'm like, alright, let's start pounding possible CV locations. And yeah, that's a pretty decent bombing run. Wrecked astute troop and then the Grenadier. However, they are still very much in the fight. Fortunately, my OCU is almost back up, which is good because that 2A5 is still there and ready to interdict my dudes. I'm like, okay, I need to get recon in there. And then, hey look, speaking of the 2A5, it's driving into a forest, or through a forest unsupported into some infantry. So I'm just trying to body block it with Stu Trooping. They're only going to do 1 damage to the front, but if I can keep it spotted, I can hit it with my OCU. And also took a couple hits from the whatchamacallem dudes. Panzergrenadier 90, Panzerfaust 3. OCU, of course, is turning away, because, yeah, of course it is. And I lose line of sight. Well, don't lose line of sight, it dies. That's why I lost line of sight. And OCU gets double tapped by the rolling 3s in the middle. You know, the ones from there from the beginning. Whoops. That's just a waste of an OCU right there. Because I basically what I traded for is Verkenning or whatever. A 65 point or whatever recon tank. You know, I've traded 2 ATGM planes for 1 2A5 at this point. Not a great record. Also, those 2 troops are just out in the open letting themselves get shot. I think, if I recall correctly, they were in the AMXs that got blown up. And then, oh hey, there's a Leopard. That Leopard Verkenning from earlier, you know, is flanked around and is interdicting my reinforcements. That is not good. So I'm just getting pushed back on all fronts, really. But the Martyr 2 manages to take it apart at close range, so go me. But now my Panzergrenadiers are pretty short on support for actually getting back in the town. Oh no, look! It's the PH2 Tiger and I have no AA. That's a bit of a running theme. So I'm like, alright, time to waste another ATGM plane by trying to dive it with my PH, or try to dive the PH2 with my Peace Friend. And then, oh look, there's the other PH2 Tiger. And my rolling 3 is not in range, and I have a 2A5. I'm like, oh god, 2A5 is a bigger threat. And hits both missiles, so it's down to it's down to 4 HP. And then I'm like, okay. So that 2A5 is falling back. Martyr 2 is shooting up my empty transports. Panzergrenadiers are getting shot up by an AMX. I really don't have a lot left in Bravo to defend it. It's not looking good. I still have the +2, the +2, however, because I'm countercapping Delta. And the Leopard 2A5 is back out in the open, so I'm sending out my second OCU. Pretty risky, considering the fact that I'm sending it very close to where the first one died. You know, something definition of insanity. And there we go, does a gun run. And once again it turns away in the wrong direction. And dies. Generic ADS made it out. Yay, go me. However, I've knocked out 2 2A5s now, so... No, I think I've only knocked out 1 so far. I just lost count of how many I've gotten. Not enough. I'm really just wasting my planes in this battle. But I'm just barely holding onto that CV, and now I'm getting a second M110. Because that's what you do when you're kind of barely holding on, is by artillery. That's a smart thing to do. And hey, if you use it properly, it can work. For the most part, I'm not really using it very well. and I just keep my AA way too far back. The rolling 3 is not being helpful against the helicopters. Then again, the rolling 3 is also mostly there for planes, but my opponent's not really using a lot of planes. And my opponent is also countercapped Bravo. So now I'm down to taking at +1. Those guys got a little bit shot up. So now I'm going to run across the open into some buildings. That's the smart thing to do. Do have the 2A1 there for support. Keep getting intermittent line of sight on that infantry when a building jumps. Escort swinging around. My 2A1 is being spotted. And Cheetah can't draw line of sight, or it's out of range. But it probably won't be able to draw line of sight either, because, yeah. And no line of sight for me. However, that escort does have to be careful, because I do have a couple of 2A or Martyr 2s there. So now I'm thinking, yeah, more Martyr 2s, because my opponent's sending out a lot of light armor after me, so might as well get something that's good at chewing up light armor. I'm also like, okay, I need to focus, need to stop being in the lane mentality and, put something into the triangle. Of course, it would help if I actually put something into the triangle. And yep, they got my 2 M110, so now I'm just going to start shooting up a town. Because that's how you get ahead in life, is blind firing at a town. And yeah, getting my peace right out. Can't remember why. Can't remember. It was because of the escort or whatever. Pretty sure I saw a helicopter on the left flank, or I thought I saw a helicopter. Cheetah's valiantly defending my CV. And oh look, peace run versus peace run. I get the kill, but now there's an F4F waiting to ruin my day. BaoFei has wised up to my playing base idiocy. That's the only way to describe it, so I've basically thrown away all, or most of my ATGM planes at this point. And I'm like, alright, Rocket Corps Mariner. Get some 15-man special forces going. Because that's how you get ahead in life, obviously. And I'm like, alright, let's send up these two trooping. I'm sure that won't end poorly. And I'm also setting out my IDS in a place where I know, you know, there's no excuse for me not knowing the enemy has significant air force, or air defense there. And oh look, a peace run going after my 2A1. Gets one hit. Do get a nice crit on the 2A1, I guess. And my guys here are pretty thin. And Stu Troopin get the kill. Go them. And yeah, oh yeah, Martyr VTS1. Yeah, if that's your thing, go right ahead and use it. I wouldn't necessarily suggest it, but hey, whatever floats your boat. You know, 6 rounds a minute, auto-loaded or something like that. And then my Stu Troopin missed their shot, and I don't micro them very well. So I just let them sit there and get the shit shot out of them. Always a winning proposition. But hey, they do get the Martyr 2 eventually. And they basically survive long enough for me to get reinforcements in there. Sort of. That Iltis is now very much out of friends. And that Martyr VTS1 is trying to help. I'm just, yeah, getting those guys up, but oh, Iltis is dead. So now my opponent's sticking at +1. Panzer Grenadiers are just kind of holding the flank there a bit. And I'm calling out an infantry CV, because of course that's definitely going to be more survivable, obviously. Yeah, I'm just attacking on way too narrow of a front. I really should have been trying to force the triangle as well. Get into the forest to my left. And F4F does straight in range of my rolling 3. Misses one shot. Second one hit, or no, it hit with both shots, right? Yeah. And then oh look, an OCU. Upfetted. So like, okay, I need to get my 2A1 out of there before it dies. Don't think I succeed in that regard. It's dead, but it flies right in range of my cheetah, but blaps the cheetah because the cheetah got spotted when shooting. So I'm like, alright, rolling 3. Also, I really should have sent that Mount Kadi back to, you know, resupply, and then I'm like, oh no, I don't need a rolling 3 against planes, I just need another cheetah. Not quite sure what I was thinking there. I need a cheetah and a rolling 3. And probably a Hios. I do have the Hios. I'm like, okay, so my blind firing at the town there in Bravo's not working, so I'll just blind fire at the forest. Because it's not there, it's going to be somewhere else. And then, yeah, just a bunch of Martyr VTS1s driving across the open. That's just a bit of a waste of points. And more Martyr 2s. Just pump out those Martyr 2s. I'm like, oh hey, KPZ 70. That's a thing. That's a good close range forest fighting sort of tank almost. It doesn't really have the greatest amount of armor to do it with, but hey, 10 rounds a minute auto loaded, 3HE. Has an autocannon. You know, it can do some work up close. And then, oh, right, Moncati. That's a thing that should be resupplied. And then, yeah, I move it astute trooping up. And my Verkenning is still providing some fire support. And he, yeah, that's just, yeah, he got my empty supply truck. Bit of a bummer. And there we go, I got my command infantry back up, and I'm putting them in the exact same spot my Ultis died in. That's a genius tier move right there. That's the new meta. And I actually did get the CV and Bravo, so acquisitions at 0-0. I do have more points accrued at this point. All my infantry is dead. Or all my infantry is dead in Foxtrot, I should be more specific. They're still sort of hanging on in Delta. And then I figure, oh hey, let's maybe push up my recon a bit, you know, probe, see where my opponent is. And then I start, yeah, blind firing my howitzer into Foxtrot. So hey, I got the Bravo 1, might as well try and be extra cheesy like that. You know, be that guy. And of course, since I did counter cap Foxtrot, I'm now taking it +2. So yeah, go me. I am winner. And yeah, I did get two A5s, yeah. Got the one in the open and then the one in the forest, yeah. I just remembered that. My memory's awful. And, oh look, Leopard 2. Yeah, I should be putting more infantry into the forest where I had the Corps Mariner and just kind of moving left in order to clear out that forest. Give me a wider front to work with. It also allow me to threaten Foxtrot a bit. And oh look, mortars. That's the thing I need. Because everyone needs more mortars, especially when you stack them. Just group them up. People love it when you group up your mortars and then throw like 3 mortars at them at this one time. Trust me, they won't complain to you at all. And yeah, more infantry walking across the open. Both of us are pretty bad for that in this game. And then yeah, YP48 gives itself away shooting at the KCT, and Leopard 2 says hello. And then oh look, a bunch of ATGM planes interdicting my reinforcements. Because I have no AA and no ASFs. Great combination. And that Roland 3 is desperately low, and my Cheetah goes down. Because, of course, Dosu did take 1 hit. I'm a bit iffy sending up my KPZs at this point because, you know, OCU. And he backs it. And my Roland 3 is now in danger of being hit by a Leopard 2. But my Kylers are there to save the day by missing the Leopard 2. Because, yeah, they have 15 versus, what, 16 AP, much worse accuracy. I like my chances, because I do have that 10 rounds a minute, and my Kyler's just getting taken right apart. So I get another Kyler. Okay, as if 2 of them won't work, 3 definitely will. And then, yeah, Roland 3 just going after the escort and missing. But it gets the kill, because I think the Martyr 2 shot it. So yeah, go me. Got a little bit lucky there at just the poor micro on that escort. Oh, bumping my static guard. And sideshot on the Leopard 2. That's always nice. And hey, finally get a Milan to put into there. And then that's game. I got 500 points or whatever. Yeah, that was, like I said, that was just a shit show. Like, my opener was pretty blah. I honestly had the right idea in being aggressive into Foxtrot, I just did not execute it well whatsoever. I think that's my big problem there, is I just did not execute that push into Foxtrot. Lost a lot of things without really accomplishing much. You know, what most I did there was what my Corps Mariner caused some trouble and shot down an escort and a TD. In exchange, I got my Leopard 2A5 side-shotted by a SMKCT. That's a pro-level move right there. And then, yeah, my plane micro in this battle is just not good. Not good at all. Or not really my plane micro, just my plane usage in general. I think it helped a little bit, but it did not do enough. And like I said, I just kind of wasted planes. And my air defense was awful. I didn't really smoke anything particularly well in this battle either. Didn't smoke my super heavy very well. Didn't smoke my infantry pushes and Foxtrot well at all. Or didn't actually smoke them at all. That would have been, you know, hey, there's a tank there causing me trouble. Maybe I should block that tank's line of sight. Nope. Did not do that at all. Aside from that. Yeah, it was just a lot of, just very inattentive micro on my part. Actually, not quite sure how I won this. I think part of it is because I sniped CVs. Or, I think part of it is because I did manage to get into Foxtrot and just managed to barely hold on into that one corner. And as fortunate, my opponent wasn't bombing or artillerying it. That's really about it. That's the big thing there. Combine that with the eye, I got lucky and sniped the CV and Bravo. But yeah, that's it for that recording. Nice black screen. So yeah, I'll call it here. I'm XanderTuron, and this was Losers Round 2, or my second game of Losers Round 2 against BaoFei. And yeah, you guys have a lovely day. I'm moving on to Losers Round 3. What did I think I played against? Tortique is who I played against. Yeah, anyway. You guys have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next part. Take care now.